So this is the Kia Rio Eco one. So you can see from the outside, just previously then, it's not a bad looking car. It's silver. It's a diesel as well, which I have to say, I've not driven a diesel car for about 20 years. It's going to be a nice surprise. Now, I have spoken to a couple of instructors that I know, and they're saying that Kias are nice, reliable cars. So, reliability, I suppose, is a plus straight away. So, with this one here, you've got to have your foot on the clutch, start the car. Otherwise, it's not going to start. Now, first thing I notice, it's not dead loud. Because previously, when I drove one years ago, it's like driving a tank. Now, you can hear it a little bit, the engine, which is a diesel, I suppose. It's going to be like that. The petrol's a bit quieter. It's got 6 gears, which is a nice change. So we'll see what it drives like, and I'll tell you what I think when I'm driving. So I'll just look round. Not bad. Clutch was quite firm then. It's a little bit springy. I'll just do a left here so you can see me checking my mirrors and signalling at the same time. Following position. Well, that's unusual. It's struggling a little bit in second then. So I think there must be keeping it first a bit longer might help. Do a right turn. So it's quite nice when it's waiting. Handbrake's quite nice, bit slippy but nice. It's not too hard. Well, lots of space in the footwells at the front as well. Now for a diesel car, I think this one's a 1.1. It's quite a plucky little car. He can put his foot down. Now I can hear the diesel quite a lot in the diesel engine in the lower gears. It'll be interesting how it goes in the higher gears in a few minutes. But it's quite responsive. The steering's nice and light. It's not kind of trying to lock itself in the middle, so that's quite nice. The indicators are quiet as well. Now that is a good thing, but there's also a not so good. Now if you're used to your learner car being with a loud indicator, then you might not realise they're still on. So it's a pretty quiet one, which is nice for a driver, because you don't want it clicking all the time. And as you've seen a few seconds ago, I'll give a little bit of a quick run through the front, where you can see the dashboard and the radio. Controls are quite easy and simple to use, nothing too complicated. It's handling quite nice on the bends. It's not pulling. I'm keeping it in a low gear to start with, just giving it a little bit of a drive round. Do a left turn again. Now I'm not sure what the miles per gallon is on this diesel, but from what I can gather, you get quite a lot per gallon out of it. But it'd be interesting if someone's got one and they want to put how many miles per gallon they get out of them. So I want to say what it is, because I'm not sure at the moment. I want to just get hold of this one. But it's quite nice. It's quite responsive. It's handling quite nice at the little junctions. It's not too tricky. So let's get ourselves onto the bigger roads, see how it handles on the higher gears. So yeah, when I'm driving along here now, I put my foot on the gas, and you can hear that diesel. As I always think it's not as bad as 10-20 years ago. It's a lot quieter, a lot smoother. The seats are not bad, a little bit firm but not bad. So you feel comfy in them, which is good. And like I say, there's a lot of space. So I mean, I'm 6 foot and I don't feel like I'm cramped or anything, which is good. So I'm just driving along, just saying what I think really about the car. So I'm quite impressed with it really. I wasn't sure what I was going to get, but like I say, some of the instructors that I know said they've got different type, and it's been quite reliable for them. So the reliability is good. It feels nice at the slower speeds. It handles quite nice. The brakes feel nice. They're not kind of too powerful, but they're not. You don't have to slam them down to make a difference. So we'll try the high gear. It's got 6 gears on this one, 6 gears and a reverse. We'll see how they handle on them. So it's pretty important to get yourself up the gears pretty quick. There's an indicator on the dashboard, by the way, that if you don't go up the gears, it's telling you. The little computer says go up to gear, so I'm up to 4th now. I'm in 5th. I'm in 6th. A little bit noisy, but you get that with cars. People say to me, what gear should I use for the speed when they're learning? There's all sorts of ways you can use for the gears and the speeds. When you first learn out, you'll obviously rely on your instructor to kind of prompt you when to do it. As you get better, you'll start to hear the engine, you'll start to feel the car wanting to change gear. But if you are struggling with when to change gear, then a little guideline, you can go off the rev counter, or you can go off the speedometer. And like I said, this is not like definite, but it will help you to understand. So if you're doing 40 miles an hour, you want to be in 4th gear, at least. You're doing 50, you want to be in 5th gear. You're doing 60, you want to be in 6th gear, and so on. And that's a guideline that'll keep you going. So that'll help you. And then with the rev counter, if you're getting 3,000 revs or number 3 on the rev counter, you want to be changing gear. Anything getting towards 4,000 revs, you're going to use more petrol or diesel, I suppose. So I'm not an expert on diesel cars, by all means. So I'm sure if I made a mistake on that, someone's going to point it out to me, which is funny. I'm just waiting for the queue to go down, and then we'll try and get some speed going again. But the gears are quite easy to change then. So this model's a 64. So yeah, it's very similar to a petrol in the way they change gears. So I suppose if you're after one that's quite reliable, and second-hand one, save yourself some money, then the Kia Rio is probably the one for you. So I'll just come off the main road. Speed bumps, it's actually quite smooth over them. Where sometimes you get cars where you can hear the springs a lot, this one's quite firm. It's also got Bluetooth on the steering wheel, which makes it a nice little extra. So that's just a quick drive round and just saying what I thought of the car. Overall, not a bad car to drive. Quite impressed. I thought it'd be a lot worse than this, because say years ago I drove one, but for a little diesel car, nice. Hopefully you like this quick video. If you do, give it a thumbs up, and watch out for the next videos. You take care, and if you are learning to drive, safe driving.